And welcome back to Lantern Corps. Today, brought to us by Nava Pennywise. Apparently you're the only one I could find who asked what Lantern Corps Luffy from One Piece is in. I'm amazed by that. He's a main shonen protagonist. You'd think more people would ask that question. But yeah, Luffy from One Piece, the captain of the Straw Hats, the owner of the possessor of the Gomu Gomu no Wi, or the Gum Gum fruit, making him a rubber man, and he's a wanted pirate, and the main character of One Piece. So let's just get some things out of the way first. Luffy does not do anything he does out of love. Is Luffy incapable of love? Probably not. Is he a dumbass though? Yes. That's not true either. I actually don't follow One Piece. I follow it. I actually don't read it. But I do know Luffy's he's not stupid. It's kind of like Naruto. He's not stupid. He's more oblivious. This is why I think it was, Robin or Boa Hancock? No, I think it was Boa Hancock. I think that's why her abilities didn't work on him, because he just didn't feel love, at least not in that sense. He was just had his own duty, his own stuff, all that. He's not a Black Lantern, as he has not died, nor has he really killed nearly enough people to be the embodiment of death. He is alive. He's a living being, so white could work, and he definitely lives his life to the fullest. An argument might be able to be made for white, but I don't think I would make that argument. So I can't really go towards White Lantern as well. Compassion is an option, but the reason I'm not going to be having it up on the screen is because I just think the other four are just probably better candidates overall. And then the last one to touch upon real quick is Avarice. Now, Avarice is one that I really debated putting on the actual list. The reason for that is Luffy is doing everything to meet the goal of becoming king of the pirates, to find the Grand Line in One Piece. But does that make that greed, ambition, and ultimately what happens to Luffy after he finds One Piece? That's a legitimate question that we do not have an answer to, because he hasn't gotten there yet. We haven't gotten to the end of the series yet. That's nice. So, really, we just have to ask ourselves, based on what's gone on in the series so far, and admittedly, as someone who's not really read much of the series, I've read a little here and there. Definitely more than I've read, say, Fairy Tail, or even... Actually, no, I've read more Black Clover now and Hunter x Hunter than I have read One Piece. And that's because people have suggested a lot of those what-ifs. So when I eventually get to those characters and those what-ifs, I want to be caught up. So I've been, reading the manga. I've been finally found volume 3 of Black Clover. Now I gotta find volume 4. It's like they had 5, 6, all of those at Barnes & Nobles, but it didn't have freaking 4. I'm like, They had more than enough of the Hunter x Hunter, though, so I should be good on the Hunter x Hunter when I want to get the next volume. And I'm enjoying both. I'm enjoying Black Clover a lot more than Hunter x Hunter. It just kind of fits, the style of which it is fits more my taste. It's a lot more Naruto, Bleach, My Hero-y than Hunter x Hunter, but I'm still enjoying Hunter x Hunter quite a bit. I digress, though. So, that being said, what Lantern Corps do I think Luffy belongs in? Well, Will has to be on the table. That's not what I want to do. That's what I want to do. Just put that more centered. Will has to be on the table. Like, seriously, this man is like the embodiment of Will in many ways. He keeps persevering, gets beaten down. He gets knocked down, so he gets up again, because you're never going to keep him down. Like, seriously, it's astounding, like, these shonen protagonists. Will is kind of like a de facto Lantern Corps for the shonen protagonists. Just kind of the way it is. But another one we gotta put into the equation too is hope. It's kind of like with Naruto. Luffy inspires hope for all of his crew members and the people he meets. I wouldn't say he's quite the same level of a Hope Lantern as, say, Naruto would be. Like, everyone is just motivated and inspired by Naruto and his never give up attitude. Luffy's crew definitely can be inspired by them, but they're also capable of just, being inspired by other people in their own way. But Luffy also never gives up hope that he's going to be king of the pirates, find the Grand Line, all that jazz. So on that level, you could definitely make the argument for hope. Certainly make an argument for hope, and I would. That's why it's on here as well. These next two are definitely the weaker of the two, and I'm going to tell you right now, they're probably not the definitive one, depending on the circumstance. Now, fear is one where you have to inspire great fear in individuals. Luffy is not an inherently scary individual if you meet him blind. However, there's a reason he has, I can't remember what his bounty is. He has a high-ass bounty on his head. You don't get to have a high-ass bounty on your head unless people are afraid of you. I'm trying to remember who's got some of the highest ones. Doflamingo, I think, still has a higher bounty. No, Kaido has one. The Yonko still have the higher ones. I do believe that, they are made enemies for a reason. They are people that are feared. Wow, that was for some reason a tough sentence to get up. They are people that other people are afraid of. Luffy has a supremely high bounty, so you could make the logical assumption that people are afraid of him. The government specifically is afraid of him. Now that being said, and other enemies are afraid of him too, and we've seen that people are afraid of him depending on what volume or episode you get involved in. People are clearly afraid of him on some level. So, sure, fear could work. But generally speaking, it's not like, say, if Superman goes rogue and he's just wandering around, someone sees Superman, they immediately piss their pants seeing Superman who could just vaporize them in an instant, and he may very well do that because that's the mood he's in that day. Luffy comes around, and you're like, hey, grrr! It's like, yeah, whatever. It's the same kind of thing where, yeah, you're not initially afraid of this guy, and even people who have seen what Luffy can do will still take him on because they're not afraid of him. So, because they think they can beat him. So fear could work, but it's not a very strong candidate. Last but not least is Rage, and this one is one that it's kind of like with Naruto again. It's the best comparison I got, where Naruto does not inherently, like throughout the entire series, his main lantern core is not Rage. However, there are certainly moments in the series where he is a Rage Lantern incarnate. Fighting Orochimaru, fighting Sasuke even. The moment where I thought Sasuke died. I'm trying to think of a couple more. And when he's trying to go after Gaara. Because of the influence the Ninetales has on his personality at those time points. At that point in time in the series, those are moments where a Red Lantern could easily attach to him. Luffy has similar moments where he just gets blinded by his rage. Again, it's one of those famous anime ones that people like do top 10s for, where I think he's with the fish people, and one of this like spoiled, I can't remember, like something dragon, high dragon, grand dragon, whatever, shoots a friend of his, and he's blinded by rage and just smashes him. Going to rescue Ace, he's clearly motivated by will and rage. Dealing with Doflamingo, all that, like. There are clear moments in the series of One Piece where Luffy is clearly dominated by his rage and could at that moment be a Rage Lantern. The problem is it's not his base personality, his base motivation, his base goal. So I can't claim Rage as his dominant. In fact, it's probably the number 4 here. I'd also say Fear is probably the 3rd place, the bronze. This is just due to the fact that I think Hope and Will just outclass his ability to inspire fear. And a lot of people aren't inherently afraid of him upon initially meeting him. Hope and Will are the 2 big ones. I will say, though, for me, it's kind of a clear answer. Hope is very strong in terms of the likelihood of it attaching to Luffy. But I think Will, he's just kind of the embodiment of stubborn, bullheaded willpower. So for me, I think Luffy is definitely a Green Lantern through and through. Ultimately, though, that is just my opinion. What do you think of the comments below? Put in the comments below, let me know. But thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. As always, who wants to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know. We'll do a review of it at some point. Hit that bell if you want to be notified. Who wants to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know. If there's a video you'd like us to do, Star Wars, Superhero Magic, What If, Lantern Corps, Zanpakuto, you name it, I'll get to it at some point. Hit that bell. See you next time.